My name is Bryan Stewart. In January of 2020, I decided that it was time to take my spiritual development seriously. I carved out a block of time and committed to giving readings and connecting with Spirit. I've had amazing and life-changing results. I want you to have the same experience that I did. I want you to know yourself. That's why I'm here to help you discover the Spirit within. Hey everybody, it's Bryan. I just wanted to ask you a favor. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you could kindly like and subscribe to my channel, this will help immensely. Also, if you're listening to this podcast, if you could give me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you're viewing this podcast, listening to it, I would appreciate it so much. I appreciate you, and I want you to enjoy this content. Thank you. Hello, seekers. I wanted to talk to you today about sensing and feeling spirit. A lot of people are actually able to sense and feel spirit already. They're just not aware that they are. So, what I wanted to do is I want to talk to you about some of the ways that you could experience spirit. And likely what's going to happen is you will say, aha, yes, I felt that before. Or maybe I thought I was the only one, or I thought everybody did that. So let's start off from the top. So if you have ever felt tingling on the back of your head, neck, shoulders, arms, anything like that, when you are in outside or, maybe church or someplace that's awe-inspiring, you might feel that. So that's a way that you will feel spirit. You might also feel a cooling sense or a warm sense on an area of your body. Typically, I will feel a cold patch on my cheek, but you might feel overall cold or just on a part of your body. You might also feel heat. So your cheeks might get hot. For me, my ears, even as a young kid, always got really hot. And when I say really hot, I mean hot to the touch and bright red. So maybe you've experienced that. And if you have, I'd like to hear about it. What else might you feel? You might just feel a presence. I take this as feeling maybe like a pressure. You might feel a pressure on one side or the other. If you're not quite sure what I'm talking about, what you can do is close your eyes right now. And I want you to take one of your hands. If you're right handed, take your right hand. If you're left handed, take your left hand. And I want you to just kind of bring it close to your face. And I want you to kind of bring it in slowly. And then there'll be a point where you feel it. You'll feel like a radiating or a warmth there. And I want you to notice it. And then I want you to slowly pull your hand away. And I want you to notice that that feeling and that sensation kind of backs off. So you're going to feel that too when you call in spirit, your spirit guides or loved ones. You're going to feel them on one side or the other, okay, right or left side. Now, remember, as you're developing these gifts and defining your abilities, don't forget that you have control over this. You can sense and receive however you want. So you can take the idea of that presence, that feeling that we just practiced with our hand, and you can say, okay, spirit guides, what I want is if I have a male spirit, I want to have them approach me from the right. And if I have a female spirit, I want them to approach me from the left, or vice versa, whichever you want. And just keep setting that affirmation that that's what you want. And soon as you're noticing these sensations, I want you to notice which side it is, and then I want you to take that and connect it with, oh, I felt that on the right side, so it's a male presence. Oh, I felt that on the left side, so it's a female presence. So now you've kind of got an in. You've you've dug your foot in a little bit, and now you're into the energy a little bit. We know exactly, male, female. Now you're gonna feel into that and find out. So I really like feeling the presence there and right side, left side, and you're totally able to decide what it is that you want, and then spirit will continue to do that for you. How else can we sense spirit? Um, we can also sense spirit in our physical bodies. Um, you might feel a headache come on when you're not really prone to headaches. So, or an ache or a pain somewhere in your body. Typically, what happens is spirits, when they're communicating some of their essence or who they are, or maybe how they might have passed, or if they had anything that would define them when they were here in the physical world. They might impress that upon you, and then it might feel like it's you. And that's where it really comes in handy to know you and to know yourself. Okay. So as you're developing this, I want you to be first aware of yourself. And that's when we're really understanding the spirit within. We want to understand how we typically feel. Are you somebody that has bad knees? So having a pain in your knee is not new for you. Are you somebody that has like lower back pain or neck pain or shoulder pain? If these things are normal to you, it's going to be hard to differentiate that this is spirit communicating this to you and not just yourself. But if you don't typically have these pains and sensations and you suddenly have them when we're tuning in, then guess what? That's spirit that's trying to work with us and to show us something. So you need to be aware of that. So you need to be aware of yourself and how you feel normally. And then with that, you can identify what spirit is showing you. Now, if you're not comfortable with some of these feelings, remember you are also very much in control of yourself and your own body and your own spiritual body. I like to say, you're the strongest spirit in your world. So if you are uncomfortable with the feelings that you get, you can say, to your spirit guides, I don't want to feel this anymore. Please back off this feeling, or this is not mine. I release it. So I want you to go and I want you to take some time and notice how spirit interacts with your body. And the next time you do, realize that something is interacting with you, spirit's interacting with you. I want you to acknowledge it. And as you do this, it becomes stronger and stronger, and you're going to develop further and further.